This spot, it's low. It's last year, it was the first year I tried working it up. They had a variety of trees planted in here. Here, heel. I came through like some of these are dead. I think this one is dead.
That one's dying.
So
yeah,
there's not a live branch down here on it.
No.
So I don't know that it's even.
You can take a knife or even your pruners and just kind of. It's dead.
So
that would be green.
Right.
You know?
So do you think it's because it just wasn't taken care of, or is it the spot? Because my thought is, does it make sense to try to plant another one here?
This is pretty low ground in here, and apple trees like really good drainage.
Okay.
So
which is a struggle for me because
this is tough.
Yeah.
This would be. I don't know if I'd.
So
you can try it.
Some of these. So this, I cut off. This must have been. Where was this cut? Where did this one come off?
This frog is fried on there.
Yeah, I saw that. This must come off of a different tree. But, so this one I did come in and trim some stuff. There were little branches that were coming down.
Okay, here's your first set of scaffolds.
Right? Okay.
Which one are you gonna take out of these two? Which one would you take out of this one or this one?
I'd take this one.
Would you? I'd leave that one.
Okay. I'd take this one.
So we'll take this and there.
Well, that's what I meant. I meant I'd keep it.
Oh, you keep it.
I'd take this one as my leader.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
and take it out.
Question me.
And you can actually help this. Don't be afraid to put a T-post in here.
Okay.
Pull this over.
Okay.
It'll help train it.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, what do you think happened? That's what it was. I think that was growing out of that thing. So what the hell is going on there?
So, yeah, basically this is probably a sucker.
Yeah.
That turned into your tree.
These were probably planted 10 years ago.
And I would take, I don't have my saw.
Yeah.
But I would take this out, cut this flush.
Okay.
And you want to see this line right here?
Yeah.
You want to keep it above that line.
Okay.
Right there. It's called the collar.
Okay.
So keep it just above that and cut that out.
So the sucker is turning into the tree.
The sucker's turned into the tree.
But it's not a bad little tree, is it?
No. Heck no.
So that sucker grew in the time this tree grew in the time that they planted it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but pull this over, it'll help it a lot because it's going to want to go towards the sun.
Okay.
So if you help it out, it'll straighten her out.
Okay.
And then I would keep these branches pulled down. You don't want them 90. You want them about right there, like 45.
Okay.
If you go completely 90, guess what's going to happen? Suckers.
Sure.
So it helps with suckers if they're about at that angle.
Okay. Okay. This one, it looks like I trimmed quite a bit.
You had the right idea though on this one.
Okay. Now, I left this thinking, well, there's your line leader. So now you're gonna wanna,
And this is too. Do you see how these three scaffolds are too close?
Yeah.
So I want to keep this one and this one. So I'm gonna take this one out right here.
Okay.
Just to free that up a little bit. Take a couple of these uppers. Not gonna hurt anything.
Okay.
This one I have a feeling this one's gonna struggle for trying to get that leader to go just by looking at it.
Would you possibly leave this?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pick one of these. It looks alive.
Yeah, there's a bud on that.
Yep. So I'm gonna actually go right here.
Yep.
And we're gonna let these two go. Next year, pick the strong one.
Yeah.
So this can go. This is nothing.
Yeah.
Junk. And I'm very tempted to take this out unless you separate it, pull it down, because this is gonna want to compete too.
Cut it off.
Yep.
Cut it off. I'm not gonna separate it. We'll get rid of it.
So we're gonna hope this becomes
one of those two is gonna become the dominator, and then I'm cutting the other one off next year.
My gut's telling me this really young, vigorous one will actually outdo this one.
I would think so too.
So
We'll see.
They're young. It's not a big deal. See which one does better.
Again, these are trees that were neglected and just haven't, I mean, that's why I'm hoping some of this pruning, these have not been touched for 8+ years, I bet.
See this upright on the end? Take it out. This will become your branch out.
Would you cut these? Or would you?
Yeah, I mean like this one can come out right here.
Okay.
Another thing, it's an argument in pruning. A lot of guys would head these branches back, right? Like come back here, and if you cut right there, it's gonna get more branches. It's gonna like cluster branch out there.
Yep.
I actually tend to not like that because I don't like all them clusters coming out the end. I like to let the branches do what they want for a little bit. Unless they're like, if they were out here and your leader was here, I'd probably cut them back a little bit. That's important.
That clustering, does it create a lot of weight then on the end of that?
It does, and then you're gonna have to be picking those every year, which ones to take out there.
Right.
I generally like to let my branches do what they want, unless they get just crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I think these are gonna be real interesting to me because they literally haven't been touched for.
Try to get your suckers as low as you can when you cut them out.
Okay.
And they'll sprout every year. Get this grass away from here. I'm surprised you don't have any girdling issues. In the UP it's terrible. Our mice just hammer them.
Again, I think this is a really undergrown tree because they haven't had any TLC. Right.
So again, this one I'd probably.
And it's also kind of, these ones seem to, because they haven't been trimmed, they kind of grow weird.
Right.
You know?
And yeah, exactly. If you can train them right away, that first year is huge. See,
I
would not have cut, I would have probably got this one going. I would have probably let this go right here.
Okay.
Where you cut here.
Yeah.
Let this one go to be my leader. But now that that's cut, that kind of screws the tree up a little bit.
Sit down.
Yeah, this is a tough one too. Like, there's two choices. You can try to get one of these to be your central leader, or you can keep it as an open vase tree, not a central leader. So
similar to that weird one back there. Yeah.
So basically, I'm gonna just go, boom, take the middle out, kind of see what happens. I'm gonna let this one come out.
Well, by doing that, is that gonna make this one try to?
Yep. Just.
Oh, it's gonna go. Okay.
Continue. This will go here. This one will go here.
Okay.
So on this one, I'm gonna go here.
And you want this
one going out. So this was gonna be more of an open vase style prune. That can come out.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. That was an odd one. Yeah, this one's more, this one I think looks like it's doing more of what those other ones. Now this one I didn't trim. So this one, I trimmed a little.
That looks like a pear tree.
Okay. It could very well be.
Yeah, that's a pear. So all I'm gonna do with, I don't do a ton of pear, but I'm gonna go like that. Let this be the leader.
Because that looks like it's got a lot of new growth from last year.
I'm gonna take this one out. This one's gonna try to compete in here. So we're gonna nip that out. Done.
Okay. There's another weird one. Now this one.
I shouldn't have thrown that on camera. You should actually be picking your branches up and burn them.
Burn them?
Yeah.
How come?
Just prevents any, if a tree's diseased.
Okay.
You know. We'll talk about that too.
Don't know what this tree is. I'm assuming it's an apple.
Looks like it.
But again, we got a weird action going on. So would this automatically become probably a vase tile?
Open. Yep. Yeah. So I'm gonna take. Actually, I'm gonna leave that. Hope that'll become a branch.
Okay.
These come.
Would you tie that down?
Yep. These are coming out. All these going inward on an open.
Yep.
Take them out. See this here? This is totally interfering with this branch, so this is gonna come out. Pick up your branches later.
Okay.
This one in the middle, straight up, gone. Gone. I'm gonna take this. Straight up, gone. Now, This actually looks dead. It is. So this branch is dead. This one, that's alive. So we're gonna take this out here.
If it's dead, is it still pulling nutrients?
No, but just cut it because then it just starts rotting.
Okay.
You know, it's just not good. We'll go with that one.
Okay.
Just like that for this year.
Okay. My hope with this little area is to try to bring these trees a little bit more life and see what they do. Some of them might. So, do you think it makes sense to? I do like the idea that it's a little bit more of an open area. Mm-hmm. It is kind of a cluster from a food plotting standpoint. So this could very well become clover. Then all I got to do is mow it, is my thought, as opposed to trying to work it year after year. On the other side, I might do some stuff because there aren't trees. I'm going to take the skid steer and knock those piles down and level that out. The person that built this dug that pond, used that for fill, thinking they were going to put a house there, and then they piled black dirt there for a yard. Well, it never turned into that. So,
well, you could even take that black dirt. That could be a spot for apple trees. That way you'd be up a little higher and you got some.
Would you put it on a little mound like that? Okay.
Sure.
So I could.
Enough ground. I mean, I wouldn't have a big mound like that, but level it out and you're up a little.
Right.
You could probably get it up another foot or two.
Make it a little island of apple trees. Yeah. Make it big enough so that I just got to space them out. Yep. So maybe 2 trees in that area. Yep. So I would get rid of those trees that are there. Level it out and create a little plateau and put maybe 2 trees, or maybe if I could spread them out to get 3 in a triangle.
This is a low enough area that I think you could get away with that. I wouldn't do that like on normal ground because you might be, up a little high.
Right.
You know.
Okay. Well, I might do that then.